Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our continued playthrough of Darkest Night. First off, I want to get on something. I had filmed the last several episodes back to back and then released them while I was traveling. They just released out on their own. And I was making an error with this card. It actually does stay put. If there is any quest in this location. I was thinking in his location, but it's actually in this location. The Well of Misery stays put. If not, so there's always going to be a quest there, right? Add one, if not draw a quest. So we're always going to be adding a quest to the mountains, and that's going to be interesting and problematic, but less problematic than what I was doing before, so I was definitely penalizing myself the hard way. Anyway, we do also have enough clues to pick up a relic, and our darkness track is marching on, so we got to get some things going and get our business taken care of very, very quickly. So we're going to get started right now with the players' next turns. If you have any questions or comments, please provide them, and we'll talk through them. So anyway, let's get started, and I believe we're going to start with the monk. So the monk does have all his powers refreshed. He's ready to move into, go out and do something. He's really low on secrecy though, so I do think when we move him, we're going to get some secrecy back, and that's okay. Yeah, so I think we're okay there. Someone also said I wasn't paying attention to this, but I don't think I ever used any items in the space where there is a decay. I don't believe decay is a global effect either, but I'm going to double check that just to be sure. Oh, I guess it is, right? Heroes cannot use effects of items, including relics that can be carried. All right. Well, it actually doesn't. Heroes cannot destroy blights that are outside. Yep. Okay. Huh. Okay. It is lumped into those red ones that should be global effects, so that is my bad. Because we do have this nexus as well, that we can't destroy any of the blights until we destroy that. So now I've kind of reassessed the board. Like I said, I was traveling, so I was releasing the episodes back to back before. But what we're going to do, I think, with the monk is he's in the monastery, so he doesn't actually have to do anything there. We're just got to move him. I think what we'll do, yeah, he's in pretty good shape, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to move him here. That will increase his secrecy up to 2, and that'll be his entire turn. Really weak turn, but that is what it is. And we're going to go after the Necromancer, actually, because we're going to pick up that relic. And that's what we're going to do. So, but that's not for this turn. That'll be for the following or subsequent turns. We do have the Exorcist and the Bard in the location with the Necromancer, so when they start their turns, I mean, the Exorcist is going to go down to 0 secrecy and have to deal with the Necromancer himself. He's also low on his grace, but we have some abilities to deal with that. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's continue. I think we'll go to the Exorcist next. Okay. Well, at the start of his turn, the first thing we do is roll for his the activation of his boons. So first we have to roll a 5 on 2 dice. We did not, so that did not activate there. Then we have to roll a 4 on 2 dice. We did not, and then we have to roll a, let's see, what do we got? A 1, no. There was 3 of those. What was the other one? A 2. And we did not. So we did not get to reactivate any of his boons. He's got 2 of them inactive. That is bad. So the only one he has active right now is his Courage boon. Then, because he's in the space with the Necromancer, he is going to lose his secrecy. And then he's going to have to, instead of drawing a event card, he's going to have to deal with the Necromancer. Let me think about what we want to do there. He's got a lot of stuff he could use, but the reason I'm thinking is because if we use his courageous boon, we have to activate it now, and I'm debating on whether or not I do that. So, so I could elude him for a 6. I can add a 1 from his courageous boon, but I can't kill him. I don't have a relic, so I could just elude him. I think we'll do that. We're going to activate his courageous boon, so it's now deactivated, but that'll give us +1 on our. Is it +1 to the die or +1 die? +1 die on all rolls. So when he tries to elude the Necromancer, he will be able to elude with 2 dice because he can use the Monk's Quiet ability. Why can he do that? Well, because the Monk's Quiet ability has a Scion Stone on it. Elude with 2 dice. So he'll elude with 3 dice this turn. That might help him not die. So let's roll and see if he can do that. Because I'd like him to stay and complete the Green No More quest that's there and hang out. I mean, if he can survive a round or two, that would be really fantastic. Let's see if he can do it. A 5, a 4, and a 2, he did not. So his grace goes down to 0. That is bad. And that was his his turn. So his quest, that would have been his, sorry guys, I don't know, I'm out of his event rather, was to encounter the necromancer because its secrecy is at 0. So I think what we'll do with him then is we will get him out of there, obviously. Well, I can do this and get him a grace back right away. Active, that's his action. Let's ignore Blight's effects. Ooh. Deactivate after you attack or search. I could do that and then just go after the quest, but the quest is an action as well. Now, I guess the Bard, he's got a high level of secrecy, he's okay. But that'll give us a grace. I don't think we're going to do that right away. I think we are going to move out of the area and let the Bard contend with this quest. We could pick up a relic there. I mean, the Exorcist is a good person to have a relic, but he's just in bad shape. So I think what we'll do with him is we're going to move him. Of course, if we move in, well, this only has 2 blights. We're going to move him into the village. So he's going to move there. That'll put his secrecy back up to 1. There's nothing there that he has to fight. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's okay. It says cannot gain a grace there. That's fine. He's going to head into the monastery on the next turn. That's going to be the end of his turn, unfortunately. He didn't do very much. We do have some items. What do his items do? I need to remember because I might have been able to re-roll and stay there. He's got a bottled magic, which I think gives us extra dice. Yeah, I don't want to use that. I want to wait till he's fighting. And then we got a charm. Discard after making a dice roll to re-roll all dice. But you know what? Before we do that, let's back it up just a second. We're going to use this charm. And we're going to do that. So I'm going to re-roll the 3 dice. Hopefully he gets was it a 5 or a 6? I don't remember. I think he needs to get a 6, but this may be not worth it. But if we can stay there and take out that green no more thing, we can complete it to get a spark for every hero and not have another blight come up there. So yeah, a 6. He does have to roll a 6. Let's see if he can do it. Come on. No, he did not. So okay. Well, that was a good try. I could have even used the bottled magic, so then that remains the same. He moves there, gains a secrecy. That's the end of his turn. Okay, let's go on to the Bard. The Bard loses his secrecy. He's down to 2, but he's still okay. And then he's going to have to be the first person to draw an actual event card this turn. Altar. Roll 1 die. Take the highest. Okay. Well, let's do that. See what we get. Hopefully something good. A 6. That's got to be good. Pure Altar. You may spend 1 secrecy to gain 1 grace. That'll put him down to a 1. And it says, remnant of a forgotten time, delicate carvings worn down by age and neglect. So there's an altar there that he found. If he does that, then he will be down to 1 secrecy and then not be able to stay there very long. I think we're not going to do that. It says you may spend. He's got 2 grace, so he's okay. I think we're not going to do that. We're going to... I want his secrecy to remain there. He's already lost 1 because he's in the space with the Necro. Okay, and then he is going to fight with 3 dice. He needs a 2 or better, so he's going to... I can't believe I missed this last time. And subtract 1 from the highest dice. So he just needs a versus a 2. He needs 1 more success. Right, that's it. So let's see if we can get that done. Okay, there, finally. Okay, we get rid of this quest. And that will make 2 successes on it. And again, it was fight versus a 2. Each success gives you 1. And then every hero gains a spark. So every hero is going to get a spark, and that is completed. Sparks are valuable. That's every hero. So now our Bard has 2 sparks for rerolls, for rolling more dice, rather. And that is going to be mark the end of his turn. Hopefully he's okay there. Last but not least, we have the Scout. The Scout's doing pretty well. She is in the village, where I think she might... Well, first off, let's draw her event card and see what she gets. Ugh, I hate this card. Anathema. Lose a grace. That's it. An ache in your gut, a rot in your soul, a stain, the color of lost innocence. That puts her back down to a 1. It's not really that great. That's not what we wanted. And there's a dark fog there, so it's +2 search difficulty there. She's definitely not going to search there. She could do some things, though. Let's see. Speed, she could elude. No, that doesn't help. Let's see. Explore, Travel and refresh all powers, not a big deal. Exhaust to move twice and gain 2 secrecy, we could do that. But she really doesn't need to move twice, but if we exhaust and move twice, we can still take an action. Maybe I can get one for abilities that will allow her to give other people secrecy, because that would be very helpful. Even though I don't need to move twice. I could go back to the monastery and take the action, prey action there. And, yeah, that wouldn't be such a bad thing, right? In one turn, and then she'll refresh all powers. Okay, I know this is going to be a kind of a weak sauce turn for us, but I think that's worth it. We're going to play Explore, Travel. No, not Explore. Sorry, Cross Country, Exhaust to move. Oh, it's her action. Darn it, not going to help us. I mean, I might as well just move to the monastery. Yeah, I guess we're going to do that. We'll move to the monastery this turn. That'll give her 5 secrecy. She can get on out of there next turn and do something else useful after gaining her powers, and maybe do one prayer there to get some grace back. She's at a 1. Everybody's really hurting on grace, and that's the real problem I'm having. The scout's at 1, bard's at 1, exorcist is at 0, so he's got to get the heck out of there, because I'm pretty sure with a 1 secrecy the necromancer is going to follow him into the village. Anyway, let's mosey on from that. That was all the players' turns, so we don't have any more players' turns. We're going to go to the necromancer. Now I'm going to play the Well of Misery correctly. There is no quest there. So we're going to draw a quest card and add it to location. So what do we get? Spawning Shades. Okay, fight versus 3. Each success equals 1. We need 3 successes. We've got 5 turns. If we complete, we get a supply cache. That's an ability. I like that one a lot. It says, the shades in the area have gained the upper hand, and are multiplying rapidly. Put a stop to them before they become too numerous to contain. Okay, that is going to go right there. Let's just pop that on, put it on top of the relic, doesn't matter. And that was that. Okay, the darkness track, I got to put that up to 18. The necromancer then rolls to see if he moves. That's the only quest on the board right now, so we're good. He obviously sees the, well, he rolled a 5. He's going to stay put because he sees the bard as well, so he will stay put. Alright, because the bard only had a 2 secrecy, and so he's going to drop into the swamp a nexus. Really? I think there's already a nexus there. I don't think we even have another one. But let me check. Nope, we do not. There's 1 nexus. So that's a little bit of a benefit there. He doesn't drop anything. He just sits there and fuels the nexus even further. Alright, remember, we can't destroy any blights in any other space until that is destroyed, so that's going to be challenging. The bard is there. And he did take out that quest last turn, so maybe he can use his sparks now to try and destroy the nexus this turn. We'll see. And that's going to wrap up the necromancer, so we're going to move back around. That wasn't a terrible turn. We'll see how it goes. Alright, let's see. What are we going to do now with the players' turns? Let's go back around to the players' turns. We're going with the monk first. He's the one in the best shape. So first we have to draw, he's right here. We're going to draw his event. A Fisher, lose a grace. Of course. You may move to location, any location except, any location. This could mark the end of the game. No, it can't, because we have to do it during this period, so that does not help us. Okay, we lose a grace. So he is now down to 2. That's not terrible for us. It says, corrosive magic has left a tear in the world, leading to anywhere and nowhere. So we could take advantage of that. Well, Okay, yeah. We'll see how this plays out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to use that Fisher. We're going to pop in to here because we're not entering the swamp. We're appearing in the swamp, right? It says, does it say move? I wonder, you may move to any location. I wonder if that means we have to lose grace from the curse. Maybe we draw the necromancer out of there first. Let's do that. We're going to stay here, and we're going to spend our points, put us back to 2, to pick up a relic. The monk now has a relic. Okay. The monk's going to go after the necromancer, hopefully next turn. We'll see if we can get to him. I don't know if that'll happen. It's not going to happen this turn, so we will go on to her in the monastery, the scout. She's going to pray, try and get some of that grace back. She got two grace back, and all her powers are refreshed, so we're good there. And that will put her up to 3. So she's in a good place, and she'll head out next turn. That ends her turn. Remember, she's in the monastery, doesn't have to draw an event. Okay, the we'll go to the Exorcist first. We know what he's doing. He's trying to make a beeline to the monastery. Dark Discharge, -1. Okay, well that's not good. So we're going to go down 1 here, which is really what I didn't want to happen because I want to stay on odd numbers. It says, at first you thought it was just ambient power, but no, there's something here. Okay, so the something here dropped our darkness track by 1, but then it creates a blight in our space. So we're going to have 3 blights in the village, and it's going to be zombies. Luckily, we're not staying there. So the decays will not allow us to use our cool, wild wind flute to destroy the zombies that are there, right? Or not have them come into play. Because based on the Nexus, I think we can't do that, or the decay rather. I want to say heroes cannot use effects, and I'm including relics that can be carried and traded, but not used for anything else. This makes winning impossible. The blight affects all locations. Oh my gosh, we have to go destroy those. And there's 2 of them. Okay, well that is interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, we know what the bard's doing this turn then. He has to destroy the Nexus. That's a must. Even gosh, this is going to get really tight on us, guys. Anyway, that was his event. So for his action, he's moving there. That's going to put him up to a 2 secrecy now, and he is in the monastery. So that's going to be the end of his turn. And then last but not least, we have the bard. Bard goes down to 1 secrecy. He's going to stay there and use his trickery to try and destroy, or rather, yeah, his trickery tactic. Oh, we got to draw an event card for him first. Black Banners. It's count the blights in your location. There's 2, so he's going to have to deal with a lich. Failure is going to cost him a grace. We'll put him down to 1. The emblem bores through your eyes and sinks into the pit of your stomach. The emblem on the Black Banner. So he's got to elude or evade. He's going to use the quiet ability of the monk to evade. That's going to give him 2 dice. He's also got a spark. And I'm not going to spend that. He's just going to try and get away from the liches. He needs to roll. He's going to elude. He needs to roll a 5. A 3 and a 2, so he did not. He does go down another grace. Wow, that's really rough, guys. That hurt a bit. Do I have anything I can do about that? I can't exhaust to allow all heroes at your location to gain up to 1 grace. He's going to do that just to play it safe. He's going to exhaust his power. I guess I could have used a spark, but I want to keep him to fight to deal with other stuff. So that'll put him back up to 2 grace. That's okay. No, it seems wasteful because the other heroes aren't there. And then he's going to... Was that an action? Crap, can't do that. That's an action. His action is going to be to attack the... this might put him down. Well, he can get out of there next turn. Oh my gosh, this is rough, guys. Okay. He's going to attack the Nexus. We have no choice. And to do that, he's going to use his ability, his tactic of trickery, fight or elude with 3 dice, subtract 1 from the highest. He's going to do that. Well, 5, so he subtracts 1 from the highest, but that one still stands, so he does kill the Nexus. Okay, destroys it. That, however, puts him at 0 secrecy, so when the Necromancer hits him, he's going to have to try and duck out of the Necromancer's way. That marks the end of the player's turn. Now we're on to the Necromancer turn. The Darkness track goes back up to 18. It's okay, actually, because that allowed the monk to move and head toward the Necromancer and perhaps kill him in 2 rounds with the relic. But we got to destroy 2 decays right now. God, that's really rough, guys. Really, really rough. I didn't... Yeah, bad news. Well, actually, we can get to that first decay with the scout pretty quickly. Okay. Or the one in the castle, rather. Alright, well, let's move on to the Necromancer's turn. First, we move the Darkness track. We're going to then add a quest, a time token to that quest. And then, because it's not only that, we're going to add a second one because of the Necromancer, the Well of Misery. And I think that says at the end of his turn, but that's okay. Yeah, at the end of the... We know we did it. And then we are going to roll for the Necromancer. He's probably going to stay put because... Well, we know he's going to stay put. Yeah, he rolled a 3. He's going to drop another blight there in the swamp. So in the swamp, it's going to be a shroud. Let's get the shroud out and see what that does. The shroud. Now, the difference between the shroud and the Nexus is the shroud just protects blights that are in its space. So it's protecting the curse that's there. And I'll just read that to you. Heroes cannot destroy other types of blights at the location of the shroud. So that's okay. I'm not too worked up about that. And that is the end of the Necromancer's turn. We're not dead yet. But to flip over all of the tokens. Did I do the monk? I didn't do the monk, guys. Sorry. that's bad. That's really bad. I don't know how that affects things. Anyway, he will lose a secrecy because he's got a relic. Then he'll move here, gain a secrecy. Oh, wait, first off, we have to draw an event card for him. What is it? Ruined Golem. He was going to have to evade that. He'll use his quiet. He does not, so he does lose another grace. Gosh, man, that is really bad, guys. Just getting creamed left and right. Okay, and then that goes away. Then he moves to the village, which gains a grace back, and then he has to, or sorry, secrecy back rather. Then he's got to take on the skeletons at the end of his turn. He's going to elude them with a 3. He can use his quiet ability to elude with 2. He succeeds. Okay, so we didn't have to deal with that. Okay, now we're wrapped back around. Necromancer's turn took place. We're back to normal. Okay. Now, what are we going to do? We are going to first activate the scout. The scout is in the monastery. The scout will immediately use the action of, now remember, doesn't have to draw an event card there. Exhaust to move 2 spaces and gain 2 secrecy up to 7. That is exactly what she's going to do. She's going to go 1, 2 up to here. That's fine. And then that was her action. So that's the end of her turn. Very quick. The exorcist rather, is going to pray. So let's flip his card over and pray. He rolled a 6 and a 5, so he got 2 more grace back. That puts him up to 2. Yay. That's actually not too far off his normal, so he's okay there. That's the end of his turn. Okay, we got the monk and the bard to go. Well, the monk was heading toward, I still think he will, actually. We're going to do the monk next. So let's draw his event. Dead servants compared to secrecy. His secrecy is a 2. So that means it's going to be dread. Uh-oh. Well, we've seen this card before, so I'm not going to read it, but he needs to roll a 5 or a 5. He's going to elude with a 5. And he rolls a 6. Thank gosh. He did elude the dread servants. And then he will move to here, gaining himself a secrecy up to 3. He's got the relic. He would lose the secrecy, so he's going to stay at 2, actually. And then when he gets there, it says, if you move into the area, you lose a grace. God, well, I can't do that. That'll put him down to... No, I can do that. I'll tell you why. He's going to do that. He goes down to 0 grace, actually, which is scary. But we're going to be okay. And then that's going to be the end of his turn. He moves there. That's it. Okay, now we're going to go on to the bard. I'm going to draw the bard's event. A demon based on his secrecy. His secrecy is 0. So it's a deadly demon. 4 to fight, 5 to elude. I think he's going to elude, and I think he might spend a spark. Let me think about that. I don't know. I've got to think about it. Yeah, I wanted to keep both sparks for an attack on the necromancer, but I'm going to spend one now. Because if he dies, it's all over, right? And then we have to roll 3 dice to elude. And we need to roll, or attack, rather. We're going to attack because it's a 4. We won't wait. It'll be 2 dice, guys, because it's an even turn. He eludes with 3. I can use his cheat tactic to make that 5 dice and gain 1 secrecy for roll 6. We're going to do this. We're going to do his chi burst on his quiet. Normally it says elude with 2 dice. Now it says elude with 5 dice. And I'll keep the spark. We'll keep the spark, and we'll elude with 5 dice. And if we do, we gain a secrecy for every 6 we roll. That's good. And we need 5s, at least 1 5. Okay, 1 6. So his secrecy goes up to 1, his secrecy goes up to 3. Actually, that's great. And then he rolled a 6, so he eluded the. He rolled 2 5s and a 6, so he eluded the demons. Good. Okay, demons are done. We did use our chi burst to do that. He moved there. That was his action. I mean, this could be the end of the game, right? So. Then he will. God, he doesn't want to attack. This turn is not the turn to attack, actually, the necromancer. Because if he fails, he'll lose a grace again. And he's got 0. So for his action, he will. Oh wait, we can't do anything with that yet. Oh my gosh, we got to get rid of that first. Oh lordy, lordy. All right, let's. I guess hide. Let's hide. That will refresh his powers. Give him another secrecy. It won't help him with grace, but that's okay. He's going to use the hide action, which again refreshes his powers and gives him a secrecy. Hide, refresh, gain 1 secrecy, up to 5. So we'll do that. Okay, well, Better a sharp stick in the eye. He hid there. He moved in the swamp. He hid. I need the scout and the exorcist to take out the decays. That is just got to happen. So, okay. Next up, that is the end of the monk. So next up we'll go to the bard. The bard will draw his event card. Hopefully he does okay. Haunt. His secrecy is a 0. So he's going to deal with phantoms. 4 and a 4 and lose a turn. So he's going to use the elude, the ability of, let me think. He's going to use patience. It's a 4. He can do it. He did. Oh, thank God. Okay. So he needed a 4. He got a 4, and he eluded that. Now he's in that space. What is he going to actually do? Well, the problem that we have here is the necromancer is not going to go anywhere. He's going to attack the bard again. The bard has 1 grace left. We're going to exhaust this to allow all heroes at your location. That's going to be his action to gain a grace. That puts the monk back up to 1 and him back up to 2. That's about the best scenario we got this turn. That is going to end his turn. We're going to leave this on a cliffhanger, I think, because now it's the necromancer's turn. All right. Well, of course we know, I think this one is going to be all but gone at this turn. We're not going to be able to get to this quest. So we're going to add a quest marker on it now, and then we will add 1 more at the end of the turn. That puts it at 5. So that's going to go away. We're going to get another blight there. Not good. Okay. Then we roll with darkness track goes up to 19 for the turn. That's good because that's the one we're going to use to attack the necromancer if we can. I don't know how we're going to do it. Does he have any ability? I got to look at the what we got. I'm going to really analyze what we got for next turn, but we're going to end it here anyway. And then we're going to roll for the necromancer. He's not going anywhere because he sees the bard, of course. Yep. And he's going to then the bard. He's going to stop there and drop a blight. What will he drop? He will drop in the swamp a vampire. That is no bueno because they're pretty nasty. We get vampires. So there's a vampire there that he has brought in to help defend himself and the swamp. And oh crud, we got to get out of there because I can't fight him with the other blights there. Every time he's defended by the other blights, we got to get him into a place where there aren't any, and that's nowhere. Maybe we can draw him into the castle and get, because we're going to have to get rid of the decay next turn. That would be the best thing to do. Okay, got a plan. A little bit of a plan anyway. All right, guys, that's the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We're a pretty tense scenario here. It's kind of crazy. We might lose, but we'll see. Talk to you in the next episode.